Okay, good morning. It is January 30th, 2015. I'd like to take a turn here from the regular discussion about the scriptures in the Bible, and I want to discuss this measles epidemic, because it's not just in the United States, over in Vietnam and also in Russia and other places. There seems to be this measles outbreak worldwide. And I'd like to say that there's a ton of information out there. If you want your best information, just go directly to the CDC website, and there's a whole lot of stuff that you can find out in the CDC website. The government will tell you a whole lot of things. You just need to ask the right words or ask the right questions. So, again, I'm not a medical expert. I just looked this information up, and I'd like to pass it on to you. So the CDC, the news, the media, everybody's blaming this measles epidemic on the lack of vaccination. And so, yet, there are cases then of people who have been vaccinated that have, again, gotten the measles vaccination. And maybe they only got one shot. This is the MMR shot, according to the CDC. And so, a lot of people are not wanting to get a lot of these vaccines because of the side effects. You know, when you watch your average medicine commercial on television, maybe 30 seconds of the commercial is how wonderful the drug is, but then the next minute and 30 seconds is all the side effects of this wonderful drug. And so the same thing is also the case for vaccines. There are side effects to a lot of the vaccines that are being issued. And so, but there's factors involved in these side effects. The CDC says with most vaccines, if you are pregnant, if you are suffering from cancer and you're receiving radiation treatments, if you have some virus or disease already and your immune system is weak, don't get certain vaccines. If you have other medical conditions, according to doctors and tests and stuff, you should not get certain vaccines. I'm not saying do not get vaccinated. I'm saying check the facts first before you get vaccinated, because if you fall into one of these factors, you may not want to get the vaccine only because of the side effects. But check the facts first. If you feel that none of these side effects will pertain to you, then get the vaccine. So, it seems that the main cause for side effects affecting people would be your immune system. If your immune system is weak, then the odds of you having side effects or getting viruses and so on and so forth are higher. So, whose immune system is weak? A pregnant woman, yes. Newborns, children under the age of, we'll say 4, 5, 6. I'm sure you can go up, especially if if children are attending public school, exposed every day to germs and so on and so forth. And so then the elderly, their immune system is certainly weak as well. So where does elderly bracket start? And, I'm sure there's a number somewhere of where each of these factors fall into play. But let's look at it deeper. So, if you look at medical tests and studies and CDC website and you dig deep, you'll find information saying that pretty much every human being on the planet has a decreased immune system because of pollution, because of their eating habits, because of smoking, because of alcohol, because of drugs. So, that's one thing that puts everybody in that decreased immune system. We'll say conspiracy theorists say that because of the chemtrails and the chemicals in the air, in the atmosphere, are decreasing everybody's immune system. How about if you ever had chickenpox? So if you ever had chickenpox, well, chickenpox never leaves your body. It goes dormant in the lower part of your spine. So then you will always have the chickenpox. And it can show its head at any point in your life and come back as shingles. It can come back as chickenpox again, but more likely shingles. If anybody's had shingles, it's very painful. I've had shingles and it hurts. So if you then are carrying a highly, I don't know if contagious is the word or pathogenic, meaning chickenpox. How is chickenpox spread? Is always in your body. If you've had it once, then that is, to me, saying flat out that your immune system is exposed or weak because you are currently carrying then a virus, correct? Right. Even deeper, do your research, check. Pretty much every medical doctor and CDC website, WHO website will tell you that pretty much every human being has a cancerous cell within their body. It may be inactive, and so your immune system may be a little higher up in that your immune system is able to fight these cancer cells, and in order to keep them from becoming a tumor and so on and so forth. But it's pretty much evident that most humans have a cancer cell existing in their body. And so at some point in your life, it may show its head in different ways because there are different cancers. But so then, if that's the case, then I guess our immune system is exposed also under that category. So then, if the CDC says that only people whose immune system is not at risk should get this vaccine, we'll say any vaccine, whether it's the flu vaccine or the measles or whatever vaccine, then whose immune system is not at risk? Because according to the guidelines and according to the information, everybody's immune system is at risk. And everybody then would be at risk to suffer the side effects, even though the side effects are low. Even if it's 1 out of 30,000 chances, there's still that one chance that could lead to death. The higher, it's 1 out of 4 on certain side effects that you may just have aches and pains, fever, maybe rash or something else. Still might make you uncomfortable, still might make you call sick out of work. You lose a day's pay because you went and got a vaccine. Maybe you lose 2 or 3 days' pay. So, the side effects as a whole might be low, but according to the information and according to the CDC, WHO, and all these websites, everybody is at risk for suffering the side effects because everybody's immune system is out of whack. And everybody. How many people have friends or have heard of people who healthy, they might be a vegetarian, they might be very strict on their diet, exercise daily, run a 5K, all the above. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, they have a tumor, they have cancer, or, they're in the hospital for some crazy sickness or disease because everybody is at risk. So, I'm just throwing this out there to think about. Look at all the facts, and, there's a lot of talk, obviously, online, obviously in the media, and, for the health professionals and hospitals to turn around and blame the people in society who choose not to get the vaccine for this epidemic. I think that they are wrong for blaming this flu and measles and everything on people who are opting not to get the vaccine. There's a bigger issue at play here. If everybody's immune system is weak and not and acceptable at any point in any person's life to suffer the consequences of whatever, a vaccine, a virus, a cold, a flu, whatever it might be, then how can you blame that on people for opting not to get the vaccine? If they feel, according to the guidelines based in the CDC, WHO, that they might be at risk for suffering the side effects of the vaccine, then that's their personal choice. Well, unfortunately, you can stand that ground for a little while. And under the basis that eventually it's going to be mandatory. So look for it coming up here soon, that if your child or children are attending a public school, if you are working at a big company, big industry, mandatory. They are all going to make it mandatory. States, federal governments make it mandatory for schools, colleges, businesses are going to make it mandatory that you get these shots. So there might be a clause that if you choose not to get it, that you have to wear a mask. Okay? So wear a mask if you choose not to get it. That's fine. I would like the option on whether to get it or not. So, stuff to look for. Am I a conspiracy theorist? Well, I believe in Jesus Christ, that he came and died on the cross. So, if that's the case, it seems that when we go back in history, when the government, and we'll say Sadducees, Pharisees, the Roman government, and all these people, when they looked at the disciples and all these Christians preaching about the Messiah coming and the end is coming and this, that, and other thing, they were looked upon as conspiracy theorists. They were arrested, they were, we'll say murdered, hanged, whatever. And so in the beginning, then, I wonder if Moses was considered a conspiracy theorist to the Egyptians. I wonder if Martin Luther was considered a conspiracy theorist. Martin Luther, that started the Reformation, we'll say also Martin Luther that started the Freedom Rights Movement. Was he a conspiracy theorist? So, it seems that all throughout history we've had a whole lot of conspiracy theorists based on very, very friendly, non-aggressive, non-threatening theories, ideas, beliefs, and they were looked upon as a threat. So, I guess I'm a conspiracy theorist because I believe in Jesus Christ. Keep watching the videos. I look for your comments and your feedback, and check the facts. Check the facts. Look at the details. It is available for you. If you have a computer, you have the internet, it's out there. Yes, there's way out there that go off the beaten path, but dig deep, it's out there. The truth can be revealed. Thanks.